My name's Tom Redding. I think I joined about 3 years ago.
What have you achieved?
An Ironman. I think when I joined, I was struggling with consistency. Trained before and been off and on with it. Had more kind of faddish dips and dives and moments where it was working, moments where it wasn't. So kind of discovered that I need a very clear goal. If I don't train, I don't invest, then I start to feel progressively kind of worse. Mental health is, it's not problematic, but I can feel just that I'm not at kind of my peak. My goal was to complete an Ironman. I did it, yeah, and I did it, yeah, which is, even now, having done it 2 months ago or whatever, still feels a bit special. So it's, it's pretty amazing. Having it been this colossal, unachievable, ridiculous thing to do, I was a week later, having done it, feeling a bit kind of, bereft of this thing in my life. And I sat there in the bookshop reading about the Barkley marathons and the Marathon des Sables. Basically, the tier of things that I thought were achievable now just kind of went up. So I kind of, opened my horizons to, like, you go, wow, if you can do that, you can kind of take on anything. People are very bored of me talking about it. In the midst of training for an Ironman, you're actually tired, a little bit tired at the time. Then we realise just how fit you are when you have a little break and go and do it and think, my gosh, this is I've been running now for how many hours and I'm fine, And then I've been coming back into the gym on a more regular basis afterwards, and I find myself trying to push it as hard as humanly possible. Yeah. My son is incredibly proud of it. He still draws pictures and stuff and brings them, delivers these little envelopes with the Ironman written on it. So it's very present in his mind. Yeah, it's amazing. It's worth the investment joining Witterings Fitness. I feel like I couldn't have done it on my own, and I don't mean that to denigrate myself, but I mean the having a support network around you is so important. It's 5:30 in the morning, it's absolutely freezing, and you're going to have to get in the sea is very difficult just to do on your own. And having someone to train with and having support around you is absolutely, it makes a difference. I would totally recommend joining Witterings Fitness because I came in extremely unfit 2 years ago. I'd been fit, I'd kind of yo-yoed and everything, and I come 2 years on, and I've done an Ironman. I come regularly, I look forward to it. It works around my daily schedule, and what is really good at the moment is there's such a vibe. There's a real community vibe. It's nice, you see people, and like I say, I've come to different sessions and seen different people, and you start to know each other, and it's what I think what is incredible is that a load of people who are at different fitness levels can train together and do it at their own level and progress at their own pace and still be in the same room and still enjoy it together and kind of share some of the pain, in a fun way. I wholeheartedly would recommend people do an Ironman because I did it basically, and that was unthinkable. It was something that other people did. When I started training for an Ironman, I'd never done a triathlon. I couldn't. I could swim, recreationally, but I couldn't. The idea of swimming 2.5 miles was ridiculous, So I think there's a really good saying from Ross Edgerly, which should be naive enough to start, but stubborn enough to finish. And I think, yes, do it. Go in, give it a go. And if you don't want to go to an Ironman, do a half or whatever it is, but just go for it. And I really think anyone can do it. Yeah, if I was going to make a suggestion to anyone who finds the kind of the overall challenge over facing, is that I broke it down into kilometers. I didn't do 180 kilometers. I did 180 times 1 kilometer, and so that is it. And actually, if you think about the final marathon at the end, we did it lamppost by lamppost. And that's how you chunk it up. And so you don't need to get all the way, you just need to get to the next lamppost, and then it becomes much easier. The advice I'd give to anyone starting the process right now is to enjoy the process as much as the event. The event is unbelievable. It's probably one of the highlights of my life. There were times when you suffer in the training, but now I actually look back at it in extreme fondness. So yeah, try and enjoy it, essentially.